Tonight at 9, person of interest. Maryland police are looking for this man after he reportedly dropped a woman off at the ER after she was shot. Then driving off after speaking with staff. We've got the latest. Strike continues. Yet another day of commuter bus operators on the picket line. Got a report with their concerns as well as reaction from passengers who are impacted by this back and forth. Senior Center shooting, the new details after yesterday's breaking news that we brought you. The suspect's grandmother, who was reportedly stabbed by him, also shot. We'll explain.
And it's going to be a very chilly start to your Monday, especially west of the district. We have some frost advisories. In fact, we'll talk about who's under those frost advisories coming up.
And we're finding new savings, the travel hacks to keep cash in your wallet. What you need to know if you may be considering a trip out of town or stretching your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight with breaking news. A DC police officer has been hospitalized after a crash in Northwest. This happened at the intersection of 6th Street and Massachusetts Avenue. Take a look at the aftermath there. The front of that cruiser was smashed. The second car involved here could be seen crashed onto the sidewalk and after hitting a tree. Police say that the officer was taken to the hospital and 2 adults in the second car were treated on scene with minor injuries. Now, the cause of exactly what happened is not yet known. The officer is listed in stable condition. Of course, we'll keep you updated. All right, Montgomery County Police say that they are looking for a man who walked a woman inside a hospital today after she was shot. She later died. That man then walked away. Detectives say this man is a person of interest tied to this death investigation of a woman in her early to mid-20s. Police say he drove the victim to the White Oak Medical Center emergency room, briefly talked to staff, and then drove off. Authorities hope you may recognize him and the newer model white Mustang we're told he drove off in. The medical examiner will work to figure out how exactly the woman died. Again, they do believe she was shot. Reach out to Crime Solvers if you have any information. New details, 5 people and multiple birds. Well, they were displaced after an apartment fire in D.C. 3 adults, 2 kids, over 3 birds. They're without a place to live after a 2-story apartment fire broke out on 7th Street Northeast just this afternoon. Look at the smoke coming out of the 2nd level there. Firefighters say the fire was put out. Nobody was hurt. They also say that folks living in the apartment that caught fire and those on the floor below, they've been displaced. They're receiving help from the Red Cross. 9:03, turning to your weather now with meteorologist Scott Sumner. Scott, not as breezy as it was just, maybe 2.5, 3 hours ago, but it's going to be a little bit chilly overnight.
Yeah, it is going to get chilly and cool. Probably the coolest day over the next 7 days, to say the least here. Ben, 67 is what we have under a starry sky this evening here in D.C. A beautiful look at the Washington Monument tonight. Everything is just picture perfect when you are inside in a nice warm building looking outside. Otherwise, it's going to be a little chilly out there. As they see, our temperatures drop down into the upper 40s here in the district and then shoot right up into the upper 70s by the afternoon. So, yeah, expect a quick turnaround, just kind of like what we had early on Sunday morning. Today, actually getting up into the afternoon. So here again is just some specifics. And you can see off to the west of the district, we're here around the middle 30s, and because of that, the National Weather Service has issued for both the Shenandoah County and Page County vicinity out towards the Shenandoah Valley along I-81 and Luray and Woodstock area. Well, those are areas that are targeted for some potential frost there on the ground when you wake up tomorrow morning, which I hope you brought in that tender vegetation because it probably will not survive out there this evening, especially with the growing season being as it is. So we'll talk about this. We'll talk about the week ahead and, of course, your 7-day forecast with next weekend included coming up.
All right, Scott. See you in just a bit. New tonight, Montgomery County Police are investigating after somebody fired several bullets in Tacoma Park. This happened around 11 this morning, broad daylight. And although details are limited, police say the suspect fired several shots near the intersection of Maple and Sherman Avenue. Authorities say the shooting does not appear to be random, but there is no threat to the community. Nobody also hurt from that gunfire, we're told, but police say a suspect was wearing dark clothes and left the scene in a dark-colored sedan. Time is 9:05. We got an update to a story we brought you last night. In Virginia, Prince William County police tell us the elderly woman stabbed by a relative inside a senior living center is the suspect's grandmother. Authorities also tell us that she was shot, but they did not specify if the bullet came from police who did fire their weapons at her 26-year-old grandson after he reportedly went after police with a knife. This all unfolded yesterday morning in Woodbridge at the Westminster of Lake Ridge Center. Still no word on the suspect or the victims' identities. All right, employees with commuter bus service Mart's Gold Line are continuing to strike a full week's worth. They say that they're working with unfair contract negotiations. Since the end of January, employees were working under expired contracts. And during talks, employees say they were being underpaid compared to other transit employees. Adding, while trying to negotiate with the company, they feel they've been bullied. On Tuesday, the union did make some adjustments to their proposal, but the company rejected it. Workers tell us they want to feel valued, heard, and treated with dignity.
Of course, the wages. We don't get to spend time with our family. We, working majority of the time. Unappreciated, underpaid, and we tired of it.
Mart's Gold Line did not share a comment to DC News. Now, coming up at 9:30, we've got a full report from our Dave LaValle. He's on the ground, talking with some passengers as well, impacted by that strike. In Prince George's County, 3 people and 1 dog were rescued from the Potomac after a boat sank. This happened in the area off Fort Washington Marina. Officials found a 21-foot tall sailboat that was capsized. Officials say that they were able to bring everybody to shore. Nobody was hurt. Good news. All right, turning now, a motorcyclist was killed after a high-speed crash overnight on I-66 in Fairfax County. Officials say just minutes after midnight, a trooper saw a motorcyclist going over 100 miles per hour near Nutley Street on 66. The trooper says they tried to stop the bike, but the cyclist sped off and a police chase started. Not long after, we're told the trooper slowed down for safety reasons and they found a crash along I-66. It is there. The police say the motorcycle caught fire after ramming the back of an SUV. The van's driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Police have still not shared the motorcyclist's identity. All right, in the skies, new tonight, the FAA and British Airways tell us that a flight from Dulles International to the UK was diverted. Why? Because of a bird strike. British Airways Flight 216 was originally headed to Heathrow in London, but they had to make an emergency landing in Boston. That plane took off yesterday around 5 p.m., landed at Boston Logan around 7:30. The FAA also says there were fumes inside that cabin. Nobody was hurt. Our 2 people have been arrested after U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem was robbed last week as she was dining out with her family in D.C. New tonight from the Secret Service, they're sharing news of an alleged co-conspirator. And just hours after Noem said a, quote, career criminal was apprehended for stealing her bag, which reportedly included $3,000 in cash at the time, her keys, and an official government ID. Noem labeling the first suspect as someone in the U.S. illegally. The Secret Service says the alleged co-conspirator was just arrested in Miami and linked to a pattern of robberies in D.C. They're being held on an immigration detainer. All right, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. A shakeup in Virginia's lieutenant governor race. Former radio host John Reed is now the sole Republican nominee. Fairfax County Supervisor Pat Harity dropped out this past week because of health reasons. And one local political science professor we're about to hear from says while Harity could have been the favorite to win the Republican nomination in June, Republicans' leading contender for governor, current Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl-Sears, may wish to start making some campaign messaging adjustments in light of Harity's departure.
We're going to script an upset for Winsome Sears, one thing I would do is try to line up her team early, right? Make sure that she and the lieutenant governor candidate, who's now John Reed, the attorney general candidate, who is Jason Miyares, that the three of them are sort of united and aligned and ready to take on Democrats, not each other, early in the process.
The Democratic Party primary for lieutenant governor has 6 nominees. The primary election is June the 17th. All right, a child care assistance program in Maryland is so popular they had to stop helping any more families for a period of time, but that's also leaving so many parents struggling to afford child care. Our Kevon Dupree has more on what caused this funding freeze.
There are more than 45,000 children currently enrolled in the Child Care Scholarship Program. That number was closer to 21,000 in 2023. Now an enrollment freeze is being implemented on the program due to an increased demand for it.
The success of this program means we have had far exceeded the original demand and availability.
Assistant State Superintendent Sarah Neville Morgan says the Child Care Scholarship, or CCS program, has seen an 87% increase in the last 2 years. Due to such rapid growth, the program is on pace to nearly exceed its $270 million budget for the year, forcing the State Department of Education to freeze new enrollments starting May 1st.
We will not be able to award scholarships until we get some attrition and move down below that threshold.
Tara Phillips is the executive director of the State Department of Education's Early Childhood Division. She says several factors have contributed to the surge in families enrolled in the CCS program since January 2023.
We began to use presumptive eligibility to determine what families were eligible, and we implemented a fast track. We did indeed advertise the program more at that time as well.
So what does the freeze mean for families already in the program?
We will continue to pay the child care scholarship payments on behalf of those families.
We want to maximize this program, right? We want every single dollar that we can use to go out and to support Maryland's children and families.
Again, the enrollment freeze starts May 1st, and as of now, there's no word on how long it will last. The State Department of Education says in the meantime, they will continue to accept and review applications. In Maryland, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Kevon. All right. Facebook's parent company Meta has awarded the Science Museum of Virginia a $250,000 environmental grant. What's it for? That's to build a working greenhouse for horticulture education, supporting hands-on lessons for schools, science camps, and activities will focus on sustainability. Natural resources as well. The money solely supports environmental-based projects through 2027. All right, coming up, we're helping you stretch your dollar. As you plan for your next vacation, how to make memberships and rewards pay for part of your trip. And in tech, going green in Arlington, one app helping folks in Northern Virginia be more mindful of saving energy.